Hi, good afternoon, everyone. So today we're going to have iWarranty Service Intelligence overview and also the demo, how we use the reporting, as well as how you can slice and dice the data and how you can use the analytics to identify the problems and also expediting the resolution of that particular product as well as service quality issues. So without further ado, I'm going to explain what is warranty analytics, or also call it as service intelligence. Basically, this is a reporting module and also analysis module within our iWarranty solution. Our reporting module is powered by Cognos, IBM Cognos, and it does provide report as well as analytical capabilities in the service domain that includes warranty, service, support, and parts, supplier recovery, pre-delivery inspection, all kinds of things that you are creating within our iWarranty system. As you can see from slides, this slide especially, you can create unlimited reports and you can share through PDF, XLS, CSV, and also you can upload the report output to a FTP folder so that can be consumed either in upstream systems or downstream systems. And you can also create the dashboards. You can also slice and dice the data, do the data mining as well. And it is going to give you professional reports using the Report Studio as well. So which I'm going to demonstrate at the end of this deck. So here is how you can access the links within the Service Suite or iWarranty. And again, this is an optional module. If you are not able to see that, means that you didn't purchase that or you are not using that particular module. And if you can see this application, every link that is available under Cognos is embedded within the iWarranty application. The way you can access is from the mega menu, and under the mega menu you can see the service intelligence, where you can see all the links that are applicable for your business based on the role that you are having. And within the service intelligence, we use multiple versions of Cognos. If you are using Cognos 10, you are going to have all the links that I am displaying here. Okay, so like Query Studio, Report Studio, Analysis Studio, SA Portal, Workspace, and Workspace Advanced. All these are Cognos specific links. And the bottom portion that are highlighted with blue color, run report, schedule reports, reports repository, report variables, report variable sets, report list, and template as well as label translation. These are all iWarranty links. So the reason why we have all these links that are embedded to iWarranty, because you can create a report in the Report Studio that is in Cognos and integrate all that report into iWarranty. And as an end user, I don't have to get onto the Cognos to execute the report. Instead, I can use iWarranty screen and send the parameters and execute the report directly from the iWarranty. And also, I can schedule the report directly from the iWarranty as well. So if your Cognos version is 11, so the Query Studio, Analysis Studio, and Workspace links that are highlighted in the light red color here are not going to be available. So depends on the version, you are going to see certain studio links. If it is Cognos 10, you are going to see all 6 links. If it is Cognos 11, you are going to see all 3 links here that are pertaining to Cognos 11. And just I would like to give a brief overview of how we do the reporting. So basically, we have a transaction system, or you can also call it as an operational data source here. That's in the first here. And we use ETL. We use Pentaho Kettle. So Kettle is our ETL tool. And we have our own data warehouse. So from operational data source to data warehouse, we use ETLs and load the data into the data warehouse. And the Cognos is going to sit on top of data warehouse and where you can generate the reports using various studios inside the Cognos. And again, as I previously mentioned, all Cognos studios are integrated within the iWarranty. You don't have to go to the portal to access all those links. Instead, you can directly access from the application itself. And it does uses the security control that comes with Cognos Studios, that comes with the application, and you can control all the access based on the security that is defined within the iWarranty itself. Basically, it's a role-based access control. And reports that were created in the Report Studio or Cognos Studios can be integrated with iWarranty. And you can provide access to certain users. And let's say if you integrate a report with iWarranty system, if you would like to provide access to certain users, you can also do using groups as well as security functions available in the iWarranty itself. And you can also store reports within reports repository that is available in our iWarranty. And you can also retain that report for a certain number of days in the iWarranty itself. So here are the key features of warranty analytics. So single sign-on, basically you can have single sign-on to directly access the service intelligence. And we do have provider functionality. Let's say if your business is having multiple business units, if you have multiple providers, if you are segregating the data within your business, then you can use provider functionality. So if a user belongs to provider A, so they can able to view only the data that is pertaining to provider A or for that particular business unit. If I'm a super admin kind of a user, I can see all the data in the system. And it does support multilingual support, and you can also, if there is a need of the multiple labels, multiple languages in the Cognos reports itself, in the reporting itself, then you can use translate label as well as the label translation can be done using Service Suite application. So there is a process that you need to follow. And we do have an Excel spreadsheet where you can import and export the labels so that you can see the respective language in the Cognos Studios as well. And also the common currency. Let's say if you do the business in multiple regions, obviously you might have multiple currencies that you dealt with. And when you do the reporting, you can have a common currency for the reporting purpose. For that, what you got to do is you got to load currency conversion values in our system so that Cognos is going to use those values and give you the common currency reporting. And the key features, as I mentioned earlier, all the reports that you created in the Cognos Report Studio can be integrated with the application. So, this is how it's going to look like, So when you click on the service intelligence and then you can click on the run reports. So these are all the reports that user can view because user can have access to all these reports. And here is how you can schedule the reports in the iWarranty application. So let's say if you would like to execute a report on an ad hoc basis, you can directly go to the report and then click on that particular link so that you can view the report output. Alternatively, what you can do is you can schedule a report using the scheduling parameters that are available on that particular report, and you can send the report output to an email address, or you can also upload that to FTP location as well. So the way you can control that is delivery type here. So if you see the delivery type under the scheduling parameters, so here you are going to mention, okay, I would like to send this as an email. Okay, so you can send it to the distribution list, or you can also send it to an individual email ID as well. And if you would like to report on weekly basis, obviously we're going to select recurrences as weekly or monthly, based on your need. And you can also generate the report on daily basis as well based on all these parameters. And by the way, I'm going to show all these things in the application as well, how you can schedule a report. And the reports repository, all executed reports are going to be stored under reports repository. And if I'm a dealer user, then I'm going to access only my reports. If I'm an admin user, I can see all other activities. I can see all other reports that are being executed by various dealers or distributors or various users. So that's about the reports repository. And you can also retain those reports for 90 days or 180 days, depends on your business needs. If you don't want to retain all those reports, obviously there is a delete option available. You can flag the respective reports that you would like to delete and select those reports and hit the delete button at the top of the display columns. And coming to the security, so we use role-based access control for the security. This is same as our iWarranty application security. You can use the same thing for Cognos as well, and reports that are created in the Cognos Studios. So basically, you are going to have a function, and we are going to group multiple functions together and call it as a security group. And you can assign multiple groups to a specific user. It depends on the business need. So this is how you are going to provide access to the certain groups and various roles and within the iWarranty system. And here is how you can control the security within iWarranty, and especially for the service intelligence. And then the group code is SIAdmin, and here are the functions that are available to this particular group. And you can also see who are the users that are associated to this particular group. So it is relatively simple and straightforward. So you have a group, and then under the group you are going to have multiple functions that gives various controls to users, and you are going to assign that particular group to various users. So that's how you can control. So coming to the service intelligence, these are all available packages. Packages does include the claims, PDI, product, as well as code that is pertaining to iWarranty module. And when it comes to iParts, we have parts service query package, analysis package. I support also ticketing. We also call it as a ticketing module. So it does having support request query package as well as analysis package. And also we have technical solution. If you are maintaining the knowledge base within the ticketing system, you can also have technical solution query package and also the analysis package. And iService, this is for service order query as well as analysis package. And across all modules, you have audit trial package as well as query package, WorkQueue query package. So the purpose of WorkQueue query package is going to generate the KPIs like how long a transaction is taking place in the system from time of the submission to the approval. So you can have all those things using the WorkQueue query package. And if you are too technical, probably you can digest this diagram. This is a star schema. So in data warehouse, we use star schema. So sorry for spelling mistake here. It is not star schema. This is just star schema. And all the dimensions are linked with the fact table. Okay, so the fact or measure, we call it as. So let's say if there is a claim, okay, claim is going to have multiple dimensions like business partner, model, product, coverage, simple policy. All these link using a claim fact, okay? So that is a numeric value that's going to read between all these dimensions. And you can also bring your own data to do the reporting. You can export a CSV or spreadsheet to the system, and you can marry that data with the query item that is available in the dimension, and you can also generate the report from the external sources as well. So that's about star schema. I mean, it is too technical, so if you don't get it, forget about it. No issues about that. And so there are several tenant reports available that can be used as a template. And the main purpose of Analysis Studio or Service Intelligence is it's a kind of self-service analytics. It is an approach to empower business users to manipulate the data on their own, to create the reports on their own without requiring any kind of knowledge in the studios or the technology. So that's what it provides. So one of our customers does create this kind of thing on their own. This is the dashboard that they created. So they created this with Cognos 11 Studio. And, again, this is Cognos 11, as I mentioned earlier, it's kind of very easy to use, and it's going to provide more controls to the users as opposed to Cognos 10, where you need to drag and drop so many things to do just a dashboard, whereas in Cognos 11, it is simple and straightforward. And ideally, here are the various roles within the Cognos 11, and most of the users, data consumers, these are all the end users, like dealers, distributors. These guys are going to use the reports that are going to be integrated within the iWarranty application. These guys do not even have access to your Query Studio or Analysis Studio or Report Studio. And the next level set of users are data explorers. These are kind of business analysts. They do the query as well as Query Studio and Analysis Studio. And the next set of users are power users. These are all fall under data analysts as well as data scientists. These are the guys who is going to use the models as well as create the professional reports and also the dashboards as well as stories with the data using Cognos 11 Studios. That's all about various users, how they interact within the with Service Intelligence using Cognos. So with that, I'm going to jump on to the demo section, and I'm going to open my application, and then. So Melissa, are you able to see my screen?
No, I'm not. Now it's coming up. There you go.
Okay, all right. Okay, good. All right, so as I mentioned, you can access all the Service Intelligence links using Service Intelligence. And here I can see run report links here. Okay, these are all the reports that are my favorites. Now, if I uncheck this my favorite button, you can see all the reports that are integrated with the system. There are 22 reports available for me. Now, I'm interested in this report. So warranty, casual part failure, top 10 or top N. So basically, this report is going to give you a report of top 10 failures in the system. So the output you are going to select, the available format is a PDF here. You can also select the from date as well as to date. If you didn't pass anything, system is going to bring everything. And here I'm going to hit the generate report so that you can see the report. So when I hit the generate report, obviously system is going to show you it's generating the report. So behind the scenes, it's going to use Cognos and generate the report. Since I didn't give any from date as well as to date, system is going to try to generate the report for wide set of date range here. So here is my top 10, causal part failures, okay? And here is these many claims that got created for this particular causal part, and then this is the amount we paid to that particular causal part. So this is one of the report. Now, if you want to schedule this report, now I executed on ad hoc basis. Now, if you would like to schedule this report, then what you can do is you can select the recurrence here. So is it going to be daily or weekly or monthly, depends on your business need, and click on daily here. And you can select what days of the week you got to execute this report. Probably I'm going to select this. And what time? Okay, so what is the start time? So I'm going to put 4 p.m. every day. And what is the start date? I'm going to put today as start date. Now you can also schedule, like, how many times that you would like to run the report. So end after 10 occurrences or 100 occurrences, something like that. Or you can also set by date as well. So here I'm going to select date and then put up until May 1st. And here is where you are going to give the delivery type. So if it is email, system is going to send attachment to that particular email, the executed report as an attachment to that particular email. Or you can also mention the FTP. So if you would like to use this report output as a feed to your your upstream or downstream systems, you can also use that using CSV or XML, and you can upload that to FTP, and then that system is going to pick that file. Otherwise, if it is going to be just email, I'm going to give my email ID, or you can also give your distribution list as well. So if you would like to give multiple email IDs, you can also do that by using semicolon between the email IDs. You can also mention the failure email ID. So just in case if system didn't run this report, system will send an email notification. It's a failure notification saying that this report didn't run successfully. Please take a look into it. So now once you have provided all these parameters, then you can schedule report here, and then you can see this message, batch report will be generated. So when, whenever we hit this time, like 4 p.m. every day, up until May 1st, system is going to generate a report and send to me like this. So this is how it's going to generate, and then it's going to show the report like this, report output like this. Okay, so I scheduled 2 reports, and it ran around 5:20 every day. So you can see all these reports that is running around that time. So similarly, I'm going to get a report around 4 o'clock today, and the system will send an email notification with the attachment if it ran successfully. And if it didn't run successfully, system will send a failure notification as well. So this is how you're going to access the report and also the run the reports actually. So you can see this one. And you can also see close claim report. Now you can also give the criteria to see what are the things. Now next thing is the reports repository. So remember when I ran that report for top 10 failure here, so I ran this report. So as you can see here, SLM admin, PTC OEM 421, to 14/19/37. So this is the time I ran the report, and then this is the report code, and then this is the report name, and I ran using PDF format, and this is the output. So you can also click on this particular link to see what is the output. As you can see here, report status is complete, means report ran successfully. That's what it means. Now, if report is still in the process, or if it is deleted, you can see, the report processing. So all the processing reports are going to be displayed here. There are some reports it's going to take 20 to 30 minutes to run. So if you ran those kind of reports, system is going to show processing as the status for those kind of reports. Okay. And you can also see the parameters that I gave to the while executing the report. So top N records, I set 10, so that's the reason I am seeing only 10 here. And if it is a different report, if you have a different kind of parameters, then you can see all those things here. And you can also delete directly by selecting the report, respective reports. Then it is going to ask you the confirmation, and once you say yes, then system will delete all those reports. And again, if I log in as a dealer user, I'm going to see my only reports. Because I log in as an admin user, I'm seeing all the reports executed by all the people who are having the access to the system. So that's about a reports repository. The next one is I would like to show the Query Studio. So up until this moment, I showed what an end user can do with the reporting. Now, as an administrator, as a business analyst, what I can do is I can go to the SI portal here, and I can do the ad hoc reporting. So remember when I said, okay, Query Studio and Analysis Studio are not going to be available in Cognos 11, but there is a way you can access all those studios. When you click on link, system is going to show all these report options, report, dashboard, story, and click on other here, and you can see the Query Studio here. So there is no way you can directly access that Query Studio. However, you can access using SI portal by clicking on new and then clicking on other, and go to the Query Studio and Analysis Studio to do the to do the query as well as analysis of those packages. Now, the thing is, this one is going to work only in the Internet Explorer. It's not going to work in Chrome or Mozilla. Okay, so that's the catch here. Okay, system is not going to show all these options if you are using Chrome browser. So I'm going to show that to you. So this is my Chrome browser and SLM admin, and I'm going to log in with my password. So here I'm going to go to the SI portal here, and once it's loaded, then I'm going to click new and then click on other. So as you can see, I'm not seeing Query Studio, Analysis Studio, and Event Studio under companion application. So Cognos is planning to get rid of all these links going forward, but for now they are providing access. Okay, so this one is Chrome. So if you use Chrome, you're not going to see those Query Studio, Analysis Studio, Event Studio links. It's going to be applicable only if you are using Internet Explorer. Okay, that's the catch. And now I'm a business analyst. I would like to do certain things in the Query Studio. So what I can do here is I can open the query package. So here is my query package. Obviously, the package is going to load, and you can do the reporting like, okay, so I would like to know how many claims that got filed by each business partner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select business partner code and also business partner name. Okay, so this is not the business partner name, so probably I'm going to select the business partner name here. Okay, so now I will go to the claim dimension. So the goal is how many claims I created by claim type. So I'm going to select claim type here. Okay, and the number of claims for that particular business partner for that particular claim type. Okay, so here is a claim count. Okay, and how much that business partner sent to me, like, what is the requested amount as well as net amount. So I requested this, and then net amount is that. Okay. Now, this is the kind of report that you would like to see. Now, you can also see who is filing more claims. Now, you can select that column and then use the sort by option here. So system is going to, by default, is going to be ascending. Now, you can do one more time to do the descending. Okay, so obviously BMW dealer created more claims, and you can also do the group by. Like, let's say if a dealer is created multiple types of claims, now you can select this column, and there is a group by option here. So there is a group by. All these links are like Excel, toolbar. Okay, so now here I'm going to group by. Okay, now as you can see, system group by based on the dealer code here. So the dealer code here and also the dealer name. I can also group by using dealer name as well as group dealer dealer code. So here I'm selecting these two and then select group by. So as you can see, ABD001, deal and equipment, this is how you're going to see. Now, if you would like to add more filter, let's say I would like to see that the dealers that are that net amount is greater than $10,000. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the net amount, and you can also put the filter here. And you can put the lowest value as 10,000 and click OK. So then system is going to show the dealers that are having net amount is greater than 10,000 will be filtered here. So as you can see here, greater than or equal to 10,000, that's what it's going to show. Now here, you can also execute this report using PDF, XLS, or CSV format using all these run report options. Okay, that's about the report studio. Maybe I'm going to create one more report and show you a couple more features of the reports, Query Studio. So here I'm interested in the claims that are in various statuses, like, okay, so I'm going to see the submitting location and also the claim number and claim type and what model that claim is on, and then the product serial number. And so the next one is the causal part. Let's say that's available under service, and under claim service you can see the causal part that causes the problem, and what is the amount I paid. So probably I'm going to select net amount. Okay, so here I got that report, and so you can always do the submitting location group by. And also you can also do it by claim type. Okay, so here you can see all these kind of things. Okay, now you can also do the page down to see the next report, or you can click on the bottom to see at the end how it's going to appear. Now you can also create the sections. Let's say you select this column, and then you can create the section here, and so that you can see the section data like this one. So submitting location ABD001, this is a claim type, and here is a new warranty, all sorts of things. Okay, so this is about Ad Hoc Studio. Now you can run the report using various formats. You can save it in your work folder so that you can do that, and you can also share this report with your peers as well. Okay. And you can also highlight, you can also format. Let's say if you want to highlight this net amount using a different color, you can also use this format, and then you can do that. So all sorts of things you can do. Now the next one is the Analysis Studio. So where you can analyze the data. So I'm going to go to the Analysis Studio using the same way that I did, and click on the Analysis Studio and click on the Claims Analysis package here. And it is a blank analysis. And here, so let's say how my warranty department is doing over the last 5 years. Okay, so obviously I'm going to look into the claims here. Okay, and so how I'm doing based on the product build date or claim created, probably I'm going to go with the claim created date. This is the calls. So here are the years, and then I'm going to look for how much amount we paid towards all these years, towards all these claims. As you can see here, campaigns, extended goodwill, by default this is going to be sorted based on the value here. And you can also see the years here. Now, if you want to add the graph, you can also do that. You can have one of these things, or you can directly click on that class tab as well as chart, so that you can see all these things. Now, if you click on 2016, system is going to show, okay, how many quarters within that particular year has claims. Now you can also click on Q1 to see the data within those months. Okay. If you don't want to do all those things, what you can do is you can just delete, then system will collapse that one. Okay. So this is how we are going to do the analysis. And if you don't want to see that chart, you can just put the cost tab here, and you can go here and then click print all. As you can see here, I paid close to $8.7 million in 2016 towards new warranty claim. And click on that new warranty claim. As you can see, the new warranty claim is 2016. I paid these many claims. Okay. Now I want to see what model is causing the problem. Okay. So what model is causing more problems throughout the years? Then what I can do is I can take a model here. Okay. And instead of claim type, I will go with model. So here I'm going to add that model here. So as you can see, okay, so cable tech is the #1 model that is causing more trouble, and then right next to XIS 97. So in that particular year, or you can also do by context filter. Basically, context filter allows you to filter based on certain criteria. Like, let's say if you want to keep this as a context filter, you can do that here, and you can filter cable tech only claims here. Okay, so this is how you're going to do the analysis, and you can also suppress data if you want to, and you can get rid of this cable tech context filter or put any other context filter like causal part that causes a problem. Okay, so now here I'm going to select the causal part here, and then I'm going to put this under context filter. Okay, so now right now I'm going to select EC part or JC part 03. So this is the JC part 03 thing. Okay, this is about the analysis studio, and I will create one more report. Okay, so here I am going to show the model analysis here. So here is a product model, and then the build date, product build date, and how I am doing. So what is the total claim amount here? So here is the model that is giving the problem, and then in 2019, these are all the values. These are all the claim amount pertaining to these models. And you can also use the sort by using this one, and start descending so that you can see what is the model that causes a problem here. And you can also add the graph, where I can add the standard. It's going to give a lot of charts, yes. And within 2019, you click on that, system is going to filter only for the 2019. And if you click on any chart area, then system will deep down to that particular month here. Now, if you can also go back, product build date all, and product build date 2019, so that it's going to show all those 2019. So this is about Analysis Studio, and you can save this and share it to a peer, or you can also integrate this report with our application as well. So that's about Analysis Studio. The other thing is the Report Studio. So this is where you are going to create a report and then integrate that with our application. So that requires a little bit of understanding of the elements within the packages, and also it requires the report integration knowledge about iWarranty system as well. So to create a report, I'm going to create one simple list report here, So click on that new and click on report here. So system is going to show a report layout. So here I'm going to look for a blank report. You can double click on that. And within the plus, click on the plus icon, and then I'm going to create a list report here. Okay. So this one is, I'm going to mark this as a demo 04 21 2020 report. Okay. Now I'm going to select OK. Now from here, you can select the source by clicking on the source, and then SQL Server, business packages, and warehouse, and select iWarranty. And it depends on the report requirement, you need to select the package. Okay. I can also create a report by using multiple packages as well. And click on the claims query package and click open. Then system is going to show you this query package here. So here I'm going to select the dealer or claim number and submitting location, claim number, and then claim type and type code. Maybe I'm going to look for only the claim type only. And what is the status of the report? And what is the amount, dollar amount? So that you can get it from the all measures here, and go here, and what is my total part amount? Okay, and what is my total labor amount? And what's my total other charges amount? So here you can get that total other amount and total net amount, how much I pay. Okay, so here I'm not going to use this column. I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm going to get rid of claim status and then put next to the claim status here. You can just select the status column and then move right next to the claim code, so then it will go. So here I created the report. Now this is in the design mode. Okay, so now you need to execute this report, and then first I would like to save this report, okay, because I already started with the save option. So this is a new report, and then I'm going to select that in the claims query package and 04 2020, and then save, and saving the report here, and run the report. So you can see multiple options: run as HTML, run as PDF, run as XML. So I'm going to do that as run as HTML. So this is the report output looks like. Okay. Now, if you want to add a parameter to this report, okay, so then in that case, right now when I execute this report, it is executing for all the submitting locations. Okay. Now, I would like to add a parameter to this report. So for that, you need to go to the page design. Okay, so here this is a list. Okay, so these are all the list columns and everything. So this is a prompt, and here I'm going to add This is a submitting location. Yeah, so far we saw Query Studio where you can create ad hoc reports, and Analysis Studio where you can analyze the data, and also you can do slicing and dicing. In the Report Studio, you are going to create professional reports, and also that can be integrated with our application. So if I'm an end user, I'm not going to see these screens. I'm going to see the screens that I showed under the run report, where they can directly click on the link, enter the parameters, and they can execute the report, or they can also schedule the report. All the executed reports stored in the reports repository that is applicable only for the reports that are integrated within the application. And for Report Studio, how to create the report within the Report Studio, okay? It's fairly simple and straightforward. So here, once you get onto the IBM Cognos portal here within the application, you can click on the new and click on report here. So it's going to show what kind of report you want to create. So I'm going to take a blank report, and so the type of report, either it's a list, crosstab, or visualization, or a table, all these kind of things. You can also select one of that. Right now I'm going to create a list report, and you can name if you want, or you can do the save as at the later point of time as well. Now, how you can add report columns here. So you can click on the add report data, and you need to select the package. So I'm going to select iWarranty business package, and I'm going to use client query package, because I'm going to show a report that's going to contain submitting location, claim number, claim dollar amount, and what's the product serial number and model that the claim was logged up. So I'm going to click open. So you are going to see all the query dimensions that are available within this query package. As I said, I'm going to use the submitting location as my first column. You can double click on that submitting location so that it's going to start appearing, or you can also drag and drop here. So either you can double click or drag and drop. Okay. Now a claim number, and I'm going to display claim type and also the status and model, as well as product serial number. And I'm going to enter some amounts here, drag some amounts using the claim. I would say parts net total, labor net total, and other net total, and also the claim total dollar amount, that is net amount here. So here I added all these columns. Now you can simply click run here, and then it's going to show you multiple options. You would like to run this as an HTML or PDF, Excel, or CSV, all the other options. And once you click on the data, reports output will be displayed in the next tab. So report is executing right now, and it is how the report looks like. As you can see all the submitting location, all the data. So now you can page down to see the next page. If you click on bottom, it's going to show at the end of the page. So this is how you create the report, list report in the Report Studio. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a parameter to the report. So right now I'm showing all the submitting locations that are available in the system. Now I would like to put a filter for the submitting location. So to do that, basically you can select the submitting location column. Okay, so then and then you can click on these filters here. Okay, so once you select the submitting location column here, you can select the filter column and then click on the edit filters. All right. So once you click on the edit filters, you can see this detailed filters option, and then you can click on add, and you got to go with advanced. Okay, so what is this? This is going to filter the data within the report without giving any parameters. So we're going to take advanced option, so that I'm going to pass the parameter to the system, so that system is going to generate the report. Now click OK. So once you click that, it's going to show you data filter expression window like this. And now here you are going to select the expression definition here. So here I'm going to select the submitting location. So this is what I'm going to select it. Now here you are going to write pass the parameter. So I'm going to select exactly the match. So I'm going to use equal to, because I'm going to have only single selection here, and then put a question mark here, and then you can name the variable. So in this case, I'm going to say P as a parameter, and then submitting location as a variable. Okay. Now, once you click OK, then system will give you this option, whether this is a required to run the report or it is an optional. Now, let's go ahead and make that as a required, so that you can see an asterisk symbol when you run the report. If you make it an optional, you can execute the report without even passing the parameter. So you let the system know if you mark it as required, you got to enter that value. So in this case, it is a submitting location. And also know that this is just one value we can pass, okay? And if you can mouse over, then it's going to show you a tooltip text about your condition as well, like what it is showing here. Now you can click OK here. So now you can run the report. So, either you can run any of these options, but for right now, I'm going to run as a HTML and click on that. So system is going to show the submitting location as a parameter, as you can see here. So this is mandatory. So because we marked that as a required, so that's the reason why it is showing asterisk symbol right next to the submitting location. Now within the drop down, you can select a dealer code. So, and then you can click OK. You can see the claims that belongs to this particular submitting location, ABD001. If you can paste down, it's going to show the next page, and if you click on the bottom, then it's going to show at the end, and then show the summary as well. So this is adding a parameter to the report. Now I would like to add one more parameter where I can pass multiple values for a field. So you can do that in a different way also, not only by right-clicking on this and then you can select this. You can directly go here. There are queries here, right? And then double-click on query, and so that it's going to show, okay, so here are the data items that I'm displaying on the report, and here are the detailed filters. So what you can do is you can go to the data, and I would like to put a filter on the model. So this time I'm going to have, I'm going to pass multiple values, like, and then I'm going to drag here. As soon as you drag here, system is going to show this window. So this time I'm going to use, multiple values for this model code. So you can say in, and then you can start with question mark and start with the parameter here, P, and models. So I'm going to end like that and click OK and run the report. So run as HTML, so that you can see two parameters, one with single selection, like where exactly you need to pass the parameter, that is submitting location. And also here you can select the model. So if you want to select only one model, you can directly go and select like this. Or if you want to select multiple models, you can hold the control button and then select the values. So right now I selected two values, XAS97 one model and CC1300 as another model. After clicking on OK, system is going to show the report that contains submitting location as ABD001 and XAS97 model, as well as CC1300. Now, if you would like to see all the models together, maybe you can use the sort option here. Now you can go back to the report definition, and then you can do the sort option as well. Okay, so that's about creating a report in the Report Studio, and having multiple parameters. You can select as many parameters as you want. So let's say, for this demo purpose, I selected only 2 parameters that is available within the data items. You can also select the data items that are not even part of this report as well by using these query items within the claim dimension or any other dimension. So that's about creation of report and then parameterizing the report. Now in the next webinar, we're going to discuss about how you can integrate this report with the application. So when I create this report in the Report Studio, you can integrate all those things within the Report Studio. So ultimately, you are going to see a report like this. The integrated reports is going to look like this. So as you can see, once you click on the Run Report, you can see this, and then you can click Go. So it's going to appear like this. Okay, and then you can directly pass the parameters from here. So remember, when we pass the parameter to submitting location as well as model in the Report Studio, we selected within the Cognos Studio. Instead of that, if you have integrated that report with the application, you are going to pass the parameter directly from the application, and then you can also schedule the report directly from the application without even going to the Report Studio. So with that, we are going to conclude this webinar.